this is Jill from Fabric Garden, and yes, it is Thursday at 5:15 and we are here live from Sacramento, California. The way this works is if you are live with us, in our description there is a link to our website, and on the website you will see everything that I'm talking about tonight and can take a closer look at it and even put it in your shopping cart and join us for things. Okay, so before we get started on the new fabrics that came in, I wanted to talk a little bit about 2 blocks of the month that have started, but we've got a little bit more room in. The first one is Westport in the Summer Romance colorway. So I'm sure in some of the other videos you've seen the big Westport in the blue and green colorway behind me, but we do have this, the Summer Romance colorway is more peaches and purples. So we've got, these are the first blocks for the Summer Romance colorway, and I've got my little kit to take home this weekend and make the next block, which will be, this one's more peachy with a little purple, and this one will be more purple. So we have a few spots left in the Summer Romance colorway, and we have only released kit number 1, so you will not be behind if you start. Now, if you wait till month 3 or 4, it'll be a little more to catch up, but this is a good time to get started so you don't have to play too big of catch up. So the Westport is a big quilt. It is 101 by 101. So you can put that on a king size, a queen size bed, and it will be gorgeous. If you click on the link in the description, you can see what the full quilt looks like. So the other block of the month that we just started is called Easy Living. And Easy Living is applique and piecing. It uses mototoweling and it uses the basic gray decorum. So right now I have the first 2 months put together. We just have 1 spot left in Easy Living. So this is month 1 and month 2 put together. Here we go. So this is the center. Am I crooked? There we go. This is the center of the quilt, and we will head into the outside. So we have 1 spot left in Easy Living. The colors are just gorgeous here with the blues and the kind of golden browns. Oops, I don't want to fold this. I don't want wrinkles in my piece. I'm going to hand this back to Melly so it can go lay somewhere not wrinkled. So there is 1 spot left there. So first come, first serve. Grab it tonight if you want it. I wanted to talk a little bit about Tucker University that starts next month. So Tucker University is a program that is put on by Deb Tucker's Studio 180 Designs. This is a program that only shops that work with Deb Tucker can put on. So not just any shop can do this. And we happen to have a certified Studio 180 design instructor in the area, and lucky enough that she is available to teach for us right now. And the certification for Studio 180 is quite rigorous. The instructors have to show proficiency in all the rulers. They have to go back to Deb Tucker's studio and they have to learn exactly how to teach the rulers just in a certain way. And they have to go back every year. So they are very experienced and knowledgeable instructors. So this will be the first quarter Tucker University that we're running it in 4-month sections. So it's the class is $140 for 4 months. Now that is the instructor fee. The shop is, none of that is going to us. That is all for the certified instructor. And month 1, you will learn the Tucker trimmer, which is for making absolutely perfect half square triangles, hourglasses, combination units, any square block. I'll show this, Debbie. So this is our little show board for that for the first month. You can see half square triangles and hourglasses and the combo units at the bottom. So oftentimes when you make half square triangles and you use the method where you draw the line and you sew 1/4 inch on each side and you cut it and you press it, it's not square. It's got droopy corners, or the seam doesn't go exactly from corner to corner, which is what gives great points. So the Tucker trimmer, Studio 180, all of her tools work. Things are upsized and the tool trims it to absolute perfection. So month 1 of first quarter will be the Tucker trimmer. Month 2 will be the V block, and the V block is a triangle in a square. And if you have ever tried to sew 3 triangles together, you will know they don't come out very nicely most of the time. So again, this is a tool where you cut your pieces from strips, everything's a little oversized, and the ruler makes the pieces perfection. And month 3 is the wing clipper. Make sure I'm right side up. And the wing clipper is for flying geese. Many patterns call for you to make flying geese using folded corners. And when you do that, you often end up, when you look at the top of your goose, it's not straight. So it'll go and then it'll have a little zigzag up. It doesn't have a nice 1/4 inch at the point for sewing in. The wing clipper does 10 sizes of flying geese to absolute perfection. The smallest goose it makes is 1 by 1.5 inches, and I have made that size for a quilt, and this is the only way to get it perfect at that size. But it will also make to a 5.5 by 10.5 inch goose. So 10 sizes. And then in class 4, you will learn how to take the patterns that you already have and convert them to use these rulers, and you will also start working on a quilt that you will work on throughout the entire year of university. So the class is 140. It does require 3 rulers, and then there are 3 technique sheets that teach you different ways to use the ruler, and 3 design sheets that take the ruler another step. So really it breaks down to, it's $35 a class plus ruler and the technique and design sheets, and you could always use fabric out of your stash for the class. Let's face it, we all have a lot of stash. Hey, if you need some, I've got some. Okay, so that is Tucker University. And we also have a class coming up in July. Maybe Melly will grab me a bag. You could get the biddy bag. She might have to take the display apart to get that for me. The biddy bag is a little bag made with 2.5 inch squares, and it is sewn on an interfacing, and it is by Quilt Smart, and they specialize in projects that you sew on interfacing. And so this is the cute little bag we're going to make. The pattern actually has a variation where you can actually turn this into a little purse, but personally I like it as this little tote bag. And we've got a couple samples of it little, and Melly has also made this using wool squares, and it's amazing with using wool for the 2.5 inch squares. So that is July 18th. Once you know how to make the biddy bag, you can also make the midi bag and the mondo bag. They're just larger. We selected the biddy bag for class because it is a size that we can make and get done during class versus having a bunch of homework. Okay, to the new fabrics. Exciting. Okay, so the first one isn't going to be exciting for you to look at, but it will be exciting for you to use. So we just got in Corioder's Coriander Seeds. So these are white on whites. I would show you all the bolts, but you're not going to be able to see the prints in the video. So what I've done is on the website, when you hit the link, you can enlarge the picture, but I also did put a small description of the print. So whether it's a polka dot or a pin dot or vines, just to give you an idea if you're having a hard time, because white on white is very hard to see in pictures. So there, we've got the whole line of this, all of the coriander seeds, and we do have a little pattern that Corioder wrote that she used her coriander seeds. This is called Woolly Stars, and the quilt is 62 by 62, but of course that's if you make 9 little sheep, but you could just make 4 and make a cute little wall hanging. So, and we did get in the thatched color for the sheep faces and the stars. So that's Woolly Stars, a recommended pattern. Okay, so we got in another Christmas line. I got Christmas, it's just, but you know, it's time, it's time. So this is from Riley Blake, and this is Janet Wickerfish. And Janet Wickerfish does the most amazing vintage style Christmas. I love her vintage style. And Janet Wickerfish also does an incredible steampunk, but we don't have any of that right now. So let me start with the 2 panels. This is called Nicholas, and this has really a beautiful vintage Santa Claus. He's holding some toys, and I love, it's got like postmarks at the bottom, so which is a design that Janet Wickerfish likes to use. So we've got a big panel with a vintage Santa, and then there is also a panel with, these are 8-inch squares with a variety of Santas. So we've got kind of realistic Santas, we've got whimsical Santas. So it has all sorts of Santas on there, and it also has some labels on here with to and from. So that is really, so this panel has Santas and quilt labels on it. So I tried not to pull all the bolts over here today. So let me just show you some of my favorite pieces from this line. Sorry, somebody's gonna have to fold these back up tomorrow, but it's okay. This piece is tossed. It's got postcards, and very cute. And it's the same. We also have, this is the same print, but with a red background. Then we've got a couple of really cute holly, and with the holly leaves and berries. And we've also got another postcard print. I'm going to open this one up. This one is a little different. It's got like written postcards with postmarks. And you know, she did a very similar print to this about maybe about 5 years ago, and I did one of those 15-minute table runners with this. I used the postcard print, and then I used a deep red, and I use that runner still. So that would be a great thing to make with that print. And then there is a cute little polka dot, and a sweet, whimsical Christmas tree. And I think this is my favorite one. It's a stripe, but it's printed wavy like a, what do you call that?
Undulating.
No, it's for, like if you get your stamp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Frank. It's a frank.
Yeah, so anyway, a really cute wavy stripe. So that is Nicholas, and that is I love vintage Christmas. I don't know what it is about vintage Christmas, but it's one of my favorites. Then we got just a little line. It's just 4 bolts. We bought this, it's 3 bolts in a line and a little basic that we bought to do a 3-yard quilt. Because oftentimes, if you're making a quilt for a little girl, you know, you don't want to spend 6 months making it. And the 3-yard quilts are perfect for this. So this has the sweetest little ballerinas, and their tutus are flowers. It's really cute. And then to go with that, we have a little butterflies, and the butterflies are all little flowers. And then we have the larger floral that is the same floral that is used in the tutus and the butterflies. And then just to give a little jump, a nice, Dear Stella calls this mauve, but to me, this is purple. But they call it mauve, so online it's called mauve. But you can see it really jumps the floral. So if everything is too soft, you lose interest. So we got that purple to help jump that. So that is, it's called Too Much, and that would make a great 3-yard quilt. So, as you all know, we got Nantucket Summer in last week, and we've got this beautiful Nantucket Summer kit, and Julie has been working on this. So we have 1 row from the kit made up. Can you see it okay? I'm gonna give you a close-up. I'm gonna fold it in half so you can see a little closer up. So it is way better looking than the picture on the box. So this is really cute. So the Nantucket Summer kit. And one more item. And I hope I put this up there. If I haven't, I will go sit at my desk and put it up right now. But I know 4th of July is just in a couple of days, but really, red, white, and blue is all summer long. So last week I showed a toweling we got in, and I took the toweling home and I made this runner. You're seeing half of it here. So it has the blue friendship stars at both the top and the bottom. And I have a pretty big table out in my backyard, so I made my runner really long. So the toweling is 60 inches, and I cut as little off the ends to trim it up even as I could, so my runner is 68 inches. But very easy to cut the toweling the length that you want it and have your runner be whatever length. So we are cutting some kits for this, and it is called Patriotic Table Runner Kit. Very inventive, don't you think? And the kits contain the toweling and the blue, which will be for the stars and the binding, and then the light color for the friendship stars. So pattern, toweling, and the rest of the fabric for the top and binding, and the kit is $19.99. So what I'm going to do with my runner is I picked a backing that is not truly patriotic. So I picked a floral backing, and that way I can have it look more patriotic, or I can flip it over and have it look not patriotic. So those kits, we have the fabrics pulled. We're gonna cut them tomorrow morning, so don't come in at 10 o'clock wanting a kit, but we will cut them first thing in the morning, but they are up and available to order. So what you could do is place your order for in-store pickup, and we'll have it cut and all ready for you, and you will get an email when it is ready. So very good. Okay, well, I think that is what we have for tonight. So thank you for joining us. Make sure to either click the link either right in the video as you're watching live, or if you're watching this in our email, just click one of the links in our email. And of course, our Facebook Live video is also always available right on the front page of our website. So have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us.